As Rituraj prepares to leave the Pradhan house, Neil blocks his way, demanding answers about his trip to Amaravati and whether he was involved in Teju's murder. Rituraj denies meeting Teju since college, but Jitu accuses him of lying. Savi arrives at the scene, determined to uncover the truth about her husband's death. Despite being suspended from duty, Bhushan warns her to leave, but she stands firm, saying she is there for justice. Savi directly questions Rituraj about Teju's murder. He denies it, but when she shows him the plectrum found at the crime scene with his fingerprints, he admits it's his, though he claims not to know how it got there. Under pressure, Rituraj finally confesses he went to Amaravati to meet Teju and asked her to return to him, but she refused. He insists he didn't harm her and presents proof of being home with Bhushan that night. His phone data and call logs support his claim. Vinod slaps Rituraj, calling him a disgrace, and though the evidence clears him of murder, the family's trust is broken. Rituraj vows revenge on Neil before leaving. Nandini and Jitu confess they failed Teju, while Neil blames himself for not believing in his wife. Elena continues to blame Teju for hiding her past, claiming she brought shame to the family. Neil defends Teju, saying she kept silent only to protect their peace. When Lena questions her character, Neil declares he cannot stay in a house where his wife is insulted and decides to live with the Shiv Parvati idol, but Lena collapses in distress, forcing him to stay and tend to her. Meanwhile, Savi returns home heavy-hearted, burdened by Nitin's doubts about Rajat's death. She hears Bhagyashree in pain and helps her despite her coldness. Bhagyashree lashes out, blaming Savi for Rajat's death and accusing her of bringing danger to the family. Adi steps in to calm things, showing quiet strength. Vinod thanks Neil for staying, but Neil clarifies he is there only for Lena's sake. Jitu gifts him a new Shiv Parvati idol as a symbol of hope. Neil silently takes it to his room, reminiscing about Teju and wishing for her justice. Savi tries to stay composed and continues caring for Bhagyashree, ordering a heating pad through sight. Doubt and guilt haunt her, wondering if exposing the trafficking ring cost Rajat his life. Elsewhere, Srichan enjoys a luxurious pedicure while plotting his next move. When his henchman arrives, Srichan coldly instructs him to target Savi next, ensuring the Neil still works with Manjareka. Later, Sai takes Savi out for a meal to lift her spirits, reminding her of their father's faith in shooting stars. Savi calls Neil as the meteor shower begins. Unknowingly at the same location, Neil wishes for Teju's justice while Savi wishes for Rajat's. Sai silently prays for happiness to return to her sister's life. That evening, Sai arranges a small family gathering where Srichan unexpectedly arrives to return Savi's pawn jewelry. Adi shocks everyone by refusing to study abroad, saying she can't leave her family, but Savi convinces her that it was Rajat's dream. After an emotional moment, Adi agrees, promising to make her father proud. Bhagyashree, moved by Savi's kindness, begins to soften, realizing her strictness comes from fear of losing those she loves. But just as peace begins to return, darkness strikes again. Savi is kidnapped by a group of goons who threaten to kill Adi unless she takes over Rajat's unfinished illegal dealings. Trapped and terrified, Savi realizes she must sacrifice her safety to protect her loved ones, ending the week on a tense and emotional note.